Hi, this is Ben here, and today I want to talk about a famous math problem known as the Monty Hall problem. So the Monty Hall problem was a famous problem from the game show Let's Make a Deal, and basically the game show host Monty Hall asks the contestant to pick a door 1, 2, or 3. And behind one of the doors is a car, and behind the other two doors is a goat. And the game show host, Monty Hall, knows where the car is and where the goats are. The contestant, of course, does not. So the contestant picks a door, and the game show host then turns over one of the other two doors that has the goat. And then he asks the contestant, do you want to switch doors or stay with the same door? And the contestant makes a choice. Now, this problem was debated for a very long time in mathematics, and a lot of hardcore mathematicians really debated this, and it took a long time before there was a consensus that was reached. And the answer is you have a better chance of winning. In fact, you have a 2/3 chance of winning by switching and only a 1/3 chance of winning by staying the same. And I want to show you why you have a 2/3 chance of winning by switching. It's actually quite simple if you just pay attention and get it. So the car is behind one of the doors. So let's just say that the car is behind door number 1. And again, it could be behind the other two doors. That means door 2 and door 3 contain a goat. So if the contestant picks one of the doors with the car, so let's say the contestant picks door number 1, Monty Hall then has to turn over one of the other two goats. So he could turn over door 2 or door 3. He gets to pick. So he might turn over door 2 and say, look, there's a goat under there. And then he asks the contestant to switch or stay the same. If the contestant stays the same, they win. If they switch, they lose. Okay? But let's say that the contestant picked one of the doors with a goat first. So let's say that the contestant picked door number 2. Monty Hall then has to turn over the only other door with the goat, which is door 3. So Monty Hall turns over door 3 and says, look, there's a goat under door 3. And then the contestant can switch or stay the same. If they switch, they're going to win the car. So let's think about this now. The contestant will win by switching as long as they pick the goat first. Let me repeat that. The contestant will win by switching as long as they pick the goat first. So as long as they pick one of these two goats first, Monty Hall then has to turn over the other goat, and then they will switch to the car. And the chances of picking the goat first, there's 2 goats and there's 1 car, so it's 2 out of 3. So that means that you win by switching 2 out of 3 times. It's not a guarantee. You could still switch and lose, and that is if you initially pick the car. But you will win every time as long as you pick the goat first by switching. So if you're going to switch, as long as you pick the goat first, you will win 2 out of 3 times. You will still lose 1 out of 3 times, so there's not a guarantee. So you double your chances of winning by switching, but there's no guarantee. And really, to me, an easy way to understand this is just to look at it, and let's say you made up your mind that you're going to switch. You will win as long as you initially pick one of the 2 goats. You'll win. So that's kind of the key to understanding the Monty Hall problem.